It's showtime. You've got to raise the bar. This is the ladder of success. We're here to take you from good to great, to help you to kick it up a notch. So every time you hear me from this point forward say, kick it up a notch, I want you to do this. Bam! What did I just do? Number 2 is. Number 3 is. Awesome job. I believe that people learn emotively or emotionally more than they'll ever learn intellectually. Communicate the process. Let them know what it is you're going to do and how you're going to do it. It was a magical experience. How do you like me so far?
For the past 30 years, I have been a hospitality executive as well as an educator and a trainer. After the first meeting, we already noticed changes on the floor. People were acting different, employees were speaking different, they spent more time listening to customers. It was powerful, it was meaningful, and it had a lasting effect.
My name is Peter Scott. My pistons are pumping today, and I gotta tell you something. I'm all fired up and ready to go. How about you? Now, what does BAM stand for? Back to basics. Most people know what to do, but few people do what they know. So if you know what it is that I'm talking about, the question is, are you doing it? A is for always delight. Do your guests expect you to perform the business equivalent of pulling a rabbit out of a hat? They certainly do, don't they? Because when you do that, and you make that positive connection for them, and they go back to their friends and their family, wherever they come from, don't you want them to say, I had the most incredible experience at Jackpot Junction? Bam, baby! Back to basics. Always delight and make a difference.
See, when this child started jumping up and down and went, moo, 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 what did you start to do? You started to laugh. And when you started to laugh, the person to the right or to the left behind you or in front of you, they started to laugh. And next thing you know, the people further back started to laugh. Attitudes are contagious. Is your attitude, the one that you bring into this organization, the one that you bring into this community, the one that you bring back to your families, is that attitude worth catching? Think about it.
His style is unique. He uses a lot of props, and he engages people verbally and emotionally, where most trainers don't do that. He reaches people, again, emotionally and verbally. He gets people involved in verbal responses, and he creates a sense of teamwork and a sense of camaraderie in the training that I find pretty unusual.
Now let's talk about communication for a few minutes here. Words are like fire. They can heal, they can hurt. Before it comes out of your mouth, you want to think about what you say to make sure that you're going to say the appropriate thing at the appropriate time. Because it's not what you say, it is how you say it. Okay, we're having a conversation, things are going well. But then all of a sudden, we stop talking. So what I recommend that you do, it's called the 3-second rule. So what you do is when you're looking at someone, and all of a sudden you stop, instead of staring at them, you go 1,000, 2, 1,000. When you get to 3, 1,000, you kind of look away, and then you come back and you establish eye contact. That way you'll never get into that staring contest.
Brought in a guy, Peter Scott. He's going to help us take it up a few notches.
Pete brings a lot of energy. One of the reasons why we picked Pete was his style, and we wanted to have someone that can jumpstart, take us to the next level, and bring that type of energy, that type of entertainment, at the same time deliver a message that's really profound and that the folks can understand and relate to.
Okay, Rodney, hang on to that. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! To all of you, for all the birthdays that we worked there for you, happy birthday! We love you, we appreciate you!
A leader is being. How are you being? What model are you presenting? Here's the thing. If you're not better than them, then why should they follow you? If you don't come in first thing in the morning and be the last to leave at night, if you don't work harder than them, if you don't have a better attitude than them, then why should they follow you? If your standards are higher than theirs, then why should they follow you? Many people were super workers, so they made you a supervisor, maybe because you had supervision. But perhaps they didn't give you the tools and the tips and the strategies and the techniques that I'm sharing with you here today.
Let me ask you a question. Which is more important, knowing how to do something or the commitment to getting it done? If you are not willing to eat fire and your competition is willing to eat fire, they're going to smoke you.
It has been my experience that trainers will often say that they'll customize your training, and they don't. Peter Scott does.
Let me tell you about Mary for a moment. Pointing on the table and saying to me, they're right here on the table, what did she do? She brought me into the game. So I'm going to round of applause for Mary. Now, we're all in the same boat. Now, if we're all in the same boat, imagine this. This is going to be funny. I come running over here, and I drill a huge hole in the boat. I come back over here. Now, watch them drown. Why is there so much compartmentalization going on? Why is there so much finger pointing going on? Let's stop saying, well, it's not my department. And let's take responsibility.
You're either adding to the betterment of this organization or you are detracting from this organization. One of the two.
A naked moment is when you think no one is looking. And that's when you do this. That's a naked moment. You think no one's looking, and that's when you go for it. But I guarantee you that that's when somebody across the room is going. When you are in public and you're out there on the floor, be aware. You want to manage that impression. You want to walk appropriately. You want your head up for credibility. And you want to make sure that your gestures are appropriate and your facial expressions are appropriate.
If you're working on the floor and somebody asks you a question, rather than pointing over here somewhere, if you can, actually walk with that person, speak with them, and build a relationship with that person. Because I will tell you that 68% of your client base will leave you if they felt that you didn't care about them.
When you consider the fact that you're touching people's souls, you're paying for a lot more. I was in our restaurant after the program, and people actually came up and said they were touched. And it showed in their approach to their work, their approach to our customers. I mean, you can't buy that kind of enthusiasm for a job.
As you look out into your future, realize that it is your decisions, not your conditions, that are going to determine your destiny. If you want to have beautiful things in your life, then I recommend that you plant the seed, nurture the seed, because if it's to be, it's up to me to make it happen. In your life, as you leave here, you can't just hang around. Also, just because you're making a lot of noise doesn't mean you're really communicating. And just because you're running all over this place, looking busy, doesn't mean you're ever getting anything done. Now is an exciting time. Time of renewed commitment. I want to thank you for allowing me the privilege and the pleasure and the honor of serving you on this most glorious day. And remember, to kick it up a notch! Thanks a lot. Take care.
Hello, this is Peter Scott. I have helped many organizations move from good to great. If you're ready to create positive changes, call me. Let's talk about how I can bring winning results to your organization.